Hello, Academists, and welcome. So I get this ongoing conversation with a subscriber. He asked me how I would go about designing a fixed-wing drone because he wants to build one. So I prepared a drawing for this. There you get that front view, half of that drone. Then the sketch on the top plane, an isometric view, and a side view. We'll just need these two for this video. So I will start on the front plane with the construction line and define here my wingspan, or half of that, 1100 millimeters, and place that front view here. Then a couple of coincident constraints and move that to about here. I'll rename that front view and start that next sketch on the top plane and place that top sketch image here. Coincident here, coincident there, and here to the origin. Okay, I'll rename that here. Top sketch, and then I will start my first sketch on that top plane with a spline from the origin, place some spline points, finish that line over there, then draw one construction line here, another one there, continue with a spline command back here, till there, pull out those handles, give it a horizontal constraint, another horizontal one, and adjust the handles here. Coincident constraint here. Pull that down. Move that up to here. Maybe constrain that with Shift J. That one as well. Okay. Move that back a little here. Yeah. And work on the wingtip here with another spline. place that right on that construction line here and give that a vertical constraint here with B, which is for parallel. I can constrain the two handles, and then another spline here. Again, there's a vertical constraint, and here again collinear or parallel constraint to something like that. So let's say that is the profile I want for my plane. I exit that sketch. I'll place those two here in a folder, a view folder. Maybe I will change the sketch appearance. So, and now I want to show you one of the superior capacities of Onshape for wing profiles. There's a feature script. I'll hide the front view for now, and maybe even that one. And that feature script allows you to define a wing profile. So I get this down here, profile generator. If you don't have it, you can just add it here. Type in profile generator, and then you can add it to your features. So how does this one work? You need a plane and you need points, and then you can, from the database here, select what type of profile you want. I will just take a 2, 4, 1, 2 profile. NACA stands for National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, and this is a very common, well-studied airfoil, often used in general aviation aircraft like the Cessna 172. And for this video, I will use this one. So we need a plane. I will start with a profile in the center. So I'll take the right plane, take that vertex and that one, and there I get my first profile. I saw a video on this by Greg Brown, and I'll place a link to his video in the description as well. Okay, so now we get this top sketch. Let me rename that top. And I want to repeat that process here on these lines. So I will define planes by a line angle and the top plane and a 90 degree. Okay, and then I'll just take that feature script one more time, take that plane, choose my profile again, take that vertex and that one and accept that. So now I'm ready for my first loft. I'll just open and realize that there has been placed a sketch 1, again sketch 1. So I go into the command, take that sketch 1, take the other one. There is no preview, so there is a we need to define more with this guide and this guide with the option trim guides. Okay, and we want to mirror that to the other side, so I want to define a start profile condition with a magnitude of 1. I accept that, and I'll change the appearance of that surface to some light gray here. Before I continue, I need to see that the profile is turned 180 degrees, so I'll just go to the definition of my plane and flip the normal. So on this curve here, upwards, right? Okay, I'll continue with the definition of my next plane here with that line, and again apply that profile generator with those same values, 2, 4, and those 2 vertices. I get the same problem here, so I just go to plane number 2, flip the normal. Okay, and continue with my next loft of that sketch with that one and those guides here. And for the second sketch, this one, I will define an end profile condition with match tangent of that face. Take some time to calculate, and there it is. So now let's do some work on the wingtips. And here I will start a sketch on the front plane and make that initial reference image visible, and just define a spline with 2 points. I can place them right on that curve, and go into a perspective, project that curve here, and make that coincident, and parallel or horizontal constraint here, and maybe pull that out to that position. And exit that sketch. And now I will go to the projected curve command of 2 sketches. This is my first sketch, and this is my second sketch. And do that one more time. That's the first. That's the second. And now for that last loft for the wingtip, I will hide those sketches. That one as well. That one as well. And define a loft by that last sketch number 1, that one here, and that point up there. Then define guides and continuity here, and accept that. If I want to analyze the quality of that surface, I get zebra stripes here, and there's a good transition here, but I could improve that, so I'll go back into that last loft about that first sketch here, start profile condition, match tangent, and take that face. Again, needs some time, and accept that. All right, I turn these off, and now it's time to define where I want to cut off my model. I'll do that with a sketch on the top plane, maybe just a line, and take my this face, split that with that line, then delete that face. Okay, and now mirror, adding to what we get over the right plane. And then fill that. Watch this, we got one surface here, and once I fill that surface, we got a solid part. I want to continue analyzing my model, so I will apply material to that, and maybe use the carbon fiber epoxy to this, and this allows me to see where my center of mass is. Okay, so there it is. And this helps me to fine-tune my design, because I want some compartments for the battery, the engine, the RC components, and by strategically positioning the components within these compartments, we can significantly change and fine-tune the center of gravity of our fixed-wing drone to meet our specific needs. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next video.